Everyday topics and everything in between. This is Real Free Flowing Words Podcast with the Rhyme Ruler.
Welcome to Real Free Flowing Words, a podcast about everyday topics and everything in between. I'm the Rhyme Ruler, and in this episode, I'll be explaining the importance of personal branding and ways people who've built a personal brand can influence their audience and public perception. By building a personal brand, individuals can gain traction by positioning themselves as an authoritative figure in the industry, elevating their credibility and differentiating themselves from the competition to ultimately advance their career. I believe everyone has a personal brand. Matter of fact, if you're listening to this and you're on social media, the ways you navigate it daily, where you show off your personality, value, and authenticity, those are all ultimately attributes to personal branding. Quick disclaimer. Everything I say in this episode is informational. It's up to you to execute what I present to you, and hopefully you will find use in it. With that said, if this is your first time listening, before I get into every episode, I start off with the poem that usually correlates to the episode's topic. So the poem for this episode is titled Ventured. Listen to that sweet chorus beyond this world. Only paradise can cleanse the past. Heavy footsteps sink into puddles, liquid to solid, surrendering our balance on life's frozen booby traps. Settled in an unavoidable recurrence, singing birds embraced by all to witness, an artistic antidote to the gloom. The lull of nightfall, rain communicates to me in murmurs of the future. All I ask for is this: placate my worries and remind me of days I would cruise down a concrete jungle, carefree on my bike. Lonely hearts are forgotten fast, and things remain the same. Rivers flow softly, struggles accompany every season. Sunshine beams greedy praise, nature pours everlasting tears, memories carried in ashes. The world continues to spin, but is too comfortable standing still. We venture through life's aisles ready for what's in store, but not prepared for the finish line that always continues into another race. A personal brand, according to Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, is, quote, what people say about you when you're not in the room. There is a time where you'll be evaluated as a person separately from your business. That's why your personal brand will be what will stick with you in the long run. So let's get a better understanding on how you can build a strong personal image with a quick personal branding 101. Whenever we think about big name brands like Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, and so forth, we don't only think about the company's reputation, but the people behind it, such as Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and Jeff Bezos, who created and managed prosperous products and services worldwide. You should know by now that what you are trying to achieve with personal branding is what companies like Nike, Amazon, and Red Bull have achieved after years of exposure to brand messages to their customers. Almost everyone can relate to Red Bull and extreme sports, and Nike with its slogan, just do it. These things act like the voice of the company. It shows how exciting, aggressive, positive, or fearless a brand is. For small companies like startups, now it's the most important aspect of marketing. Let us go a little further than this by saying that it will mean everything in the near future. What should you do about this as an entrepreneur and as an individual in the business world if you don't own a big organization with big resources? Let's start step by step on how you can start building your personal brand. 1. Assess what you already have. If you're a novice entrepreneur, you'll have to begin by evaluating what you already have. Any skills, knowledge, or mentorship you can offer to your people will be the most valuable asset. How you deliver it is going to be vital. How you deliver your message will determine the size of your audience. Especially for individuals, the rise of social media made it easier to shift the attention of the public constantly on different topics. Think of newspapers with different framing for the same news. Some people will not want to listen to your voice, but rather listen to the same information from someone who makes them feel comfortable. 3. Build a consistent public reputation, both in real life and in social media. There is a common notion that people will have to be careful about, and that is being consistent with your messaging. Your brand has to represent your values and who you are. If you are pivoting too much and lose your direction along the way, why would the people listen to you? 4. Never underestimate promotion and PR. If you don't have amazing content, no promotion, nor the amount of ads you produce and put out there can bring you the attention you seek. However, if you believe you are ready with the first three steps, now investing in your image with the right PR strategy, reaching out to people in your circle to help promote you, and pouring some amount of investment into online promotions may bring you great exposure. 5. Make a business plan. Let's be honest. This might even be the first step after deciding on your value proposition. Treat your personal brand as a company asset and map out a plan that can take a few months with objectives, goals, and strategies on how to achieve them and how much time you'll invest in getting that all done. Accountability is vital to sticking to a plan. So, keeping track and reviewing all your work will only further build your brand and its reputation. Building a personal brand pays increases with rewards throughout your career. More time and effort invested in becoming an expert, the better opportunities you'll get. And lastly, 6, be aware that this process takes time. If you're willing to give up after a couple of failures during the process, you shouldn't start investing time in this because building a personal brand online is as much a bigger process than going viral in social media or selling stuff via ads. It will take much longer for people to embrace your message and associate you with your unique messaging. It's a process with financial and mental investments. In summary, building a personal brand takes time and effort and a lot of trial and error to get the desired results. But at the end of the day, you owe it to your own business to build a unique audience and expand beyond with your own messaging and vision. To recap this episode, the most important reason to focus on personal branding is to help yourself and improve your chances for success. Furthermore, working towards creating a solidified personal brand does take time and effort, but the outcomes will be that much rewarding when utilized. Regardless of your industry or professional status, your personal brand has the power to make or break all kinds of opportunities for advancement. Lastly, the 6 steps once again to building a personal brand are: assess what you already have, know how you'll deliver your message and who your target audience will be, build a consistent reputation, never underestimate promotion and PR, make a business plan, and lastly, be aware that this process takes time. For more information on this podcast, you can go on realfreeflowingwords.blog. And if you enjoyed listening to this episode's topic and would like to listen to more, subscribe on Spotify or whichever platforms you get your podcasts on. After subscribing, give the podcast a rating and review. The show has been made possible by Anchor, which is providing a great and easy to use service for new and seasoned podcasters. Lastly, thank you for listening to Real Free Flowing Words with the Rhyme Ruler. And it's been real.
That was legitness.